Hello friends, in this video tutorial we are going to learn new topic like how can we store HTML form data in CSV file by using PHP script. That means we will not store form data in database but we will store all form data in CSV file. So when user has filled form with data and click on submit button, then that filled form data will be stored in CSV file. We can use this feature in small part of your web application in which you do not want to store some data in your database but you want to store into some file like CSV because that data also important. For example, suppose in your web application you have one contact form and when user has filled form and click on submit button, then that filled data must be stored in one CSV file which you have stored in your working folder. Now let's start discussing this topic. This is our simple contact data CSV file which we have stored in our working folder. This is our index.php page in which we have used JavaScript library jQuery and Bootstrap library also. Now first we have create simple contact form, so here we have write form tag with attribute method is equal to post. Under this form we have create first input tag with attribute type is equal to text, name is equal to name and placeholder is equal to enter name. In this text box user can enter his or her name. Below this we have create second input tag with attribute type is equal to text, name is equal to email and placeholder is equal to enter email. In this text box user can enter his or her email. Then after we have write third input tag with attribute type is equal to text, name is equal to subject and placeholder is equal to enter subject. In this text box user can enter subject for contact to us. Now here we have write text area tag with attribute name is equal to message, placeholder is equal to enter message. In this tag user can enter message which he or she want to send to us. For submit this form data we want to create submit button, so here we have write input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit and value is equal to submit. User can click on this button for submit form data to save into CSV file. Now we have moved to write PHP code for save form data into CSV file. Here first we have defined $error variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store error message while processing of form data. After this we have defined second variable like $name variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store name text box data into $name variable. For store email text box data we have create $email variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store email text box data into this variable. Then after we have defined one more new variable $subject variable is equal to blank value and in this variable we will store subject text box data into this variable. Same way we want to store message text area data, so we have defined $message variable is equal to blank value and in this variable we will store message data into this variable. Now here we have write if statement and under condition we have write is set function and under this function we have write $post submit variable. This condition will check if this variable value is set or not. If value is set then it will execute if block of code. Under this block first we want to validate form data, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post name variable. This condition will check if this variable value has some value of not. If this variable has blank value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this variable we have append message like please enter your name. But suppose $post name variable has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $name variable is equal to clean text function, and under this function we have write $post name variable. This function will clean name text box value and store into $name variable. So first want to create this function, so here we have write function with name clean text with attribute $string. Under this function we have write $string variable is equal to trim function, and under this function we have write $string variable. This code will remove white space from left and right side of string. After this we have again write $string variable is equal to string slashes function, and under this we have write $string variable. This function will remove backslashes from string. Then after we have write $string variable is equal to HTML special chars function, and under this we have write $string variable. This function will convert some predefined characters to HTML entities and store into $string variable. Lastly, we want to return output of this function, so here we have write return statement with $string variable, so this function will clean string for removing SQL injection. So now we have again come here and write if statement, and under condition we have write not operator with preg match function, and under this we have writing string pattern in which we want to get name text box data. This condition will check particular string has only letters and white space allowed. So when this variable value has other than this, it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $error variable, and in this we have append string like only letters and white space allowed. So if any user has enter invalid name value, then it will execute this block of code and it will create this error message and form data will not be submitted. After this we have again write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post email variable. This will check if this variable has some value or not. If email text box has no value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text like please enter your email. But suppose email text box has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $email variable is equal to clean text function, and under this we have write $post email variable. So here we have clean text and store into $email variable. Now we want to check email in proper format or not. So we have again write if statement, and under condition we have write not operator with filter var function with 2 argument. In first argument we have write $email variable, and in second argument we have write filter validate email statement. This condition will check email address is well formed or not. If it is not well formed, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $error variable, and under this we have append error message like invalid email format. After validate email address, now we want to check subject text box has some value or not, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post subject variable. This condition will check subject text box has some value or not. If subject text box has no value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text error message like subject is required. But suppose subject text box has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $subject variable is equal to clean text function, and under this we have write $post subject variable. This will clear text and store into $subject variable. After validate subject text box data, now we want to check message text area has some value or not. So we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post message variable. This condition will check message text area has some value or not. If message text area has no value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text error message like message is required. But suppose message text area has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $message variable is equal to clean text function, and under this we have write $post message variable. This will clear text and store into $message variable. After validate all form data, now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $error variable is equal blank. This condition will check if this variable value is equal to blank value, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will receive error message on web page. So suppose $error variable value is blank, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $file open variable is equal to file open function with 2 argument. In first argument we have write CSV file name contact data.csv, and in second argument we have write a. This file open function will open this CSV file for writing purpose, and file pointer will be go to end of file because in second argument we have use a mode. By using this mode, file pointer will move to end of file, and from that pointer we can store new records. After open CSV file, now we want to get number of rows in CSV file, so we have write $no of rows variable is equal to count function, and under this function we have write file function, and under this function we have write CSV file name contact data.csv. Here file function will return array of CSV file, and from that array we can count no of rows in that array. So we have use count function, and it will return number of rows in array and store into $no of rows variable. From this variable value we will generate serial number, and for generate new serial number we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $no of rows variable value is greater than 1. This condition will check if this variable value is greater than 1, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $no of rows variable is equal to open and close bracket, and between this we have write $no of rows variable -1, and after bracket +1. This code will generate serial number. After generating serial number, now we want to store form data in array, so we have write $form data variable is equal to array with key serial no with value $no of rows variable, second name key with value $name variable, third email key with value $email variable, fourth subject key with $subject variable, and last message key with $message variable. This way we have store all form data in $form data variable in array format. Now we want to write this array data in CSV file, so we have write file put CSV function with 2 argument. In first argument we have write $file open variable, and in second argument we have write $form data variable. This function will write $form data array into open contact data.csv file. Here we have used 2 argument. In first argument we have write $file data variable, in which we have define open file, and in second argument which data we want to write into file. So here we have defined $form data variable, in which we have defined form data in array format. This way it will write data in CSV file. After we have write $error message is equal to thank you for contacting us. So after successfully write data into CSV file, this message will appear on web page. Then after we want to clear all variable like $name, email, subject and message, so here we have clear value of this all variable. So after successfully submitting form without any error, then it will clear this all variable value. Now we want to display value of this all variable, so first we want to display value of this $error variable. So here in form we have write echo statement with $error variable. So it will display value of this $error variable. Then after suppose at the time form validation error we want to display value in text box after form submitting, and if there is any validation error occur then we want fill form with value. So we want to fill name text box, so in value attribute we have write echo statement with $name variable, so it will display value of $name variable value in name text box. Same way we want to fill email text box, so in value attribute we have write echo statement with $email variable, so it will fill value of $email variable value in email text box. After this we want to fill subject text box, so here in value attribute we have write echo statement with $subject variable, so it will fill value of $subject variable value in subject text box. And lastly we want to fill message text area field, so here in value attribute we have write echo statement with $message variable, so it will fill value of $message variable value in message text area field. Now our code is ready, so we have saved this code and check output in browser. Friends, we can see when page has been loaded into browser, then we can see one simple contact form in browser window. So when we have directly click on submit button, then we have received error message like please enter name, email, subject and message because all fields are required. So here our validation code on all fields are required is working. Now we want to check name is entered in proper, so here we have write John 123 and click on submit button. When we have click on submit button we have received error message like only letters in white space allowed in name text box, so here our this validation is also working. Then after we want to check validation of email in proper format or not. So first in name we have write John Smith, and in email also we have enter John Smith and click on submit button. After clicking on submit button we have received error message like invalid email format. So are all validation working properly. Now we have enter proper data. In name we have enter John Smith, in email we have enter johnsmith@gmail.com. In subject regarding your services, and in message we have enter I have contact you regarding your service details in advance because on your site I have not got proper information, so I have waiting your reply. Thank you John Smith. And lastly click on submit button. So after clicking on submit button, form data has been submitted and we have received success message like thank you for contacting us and all form fields has been cleared. Now we have check CSV file, data properly inserted or not, so here we can see form data has been stored properly, so now we have again fill all form fields. After again filled all form fields and click on submit button, so form data has been submitted successfully, and check in CSV file. So here we can see second time also form data has been properly stored under file, so here our code is working on how to store form data in CSV file. So this way we can store HTML form data in CSV file by using PHP script. I hope you have learned something from this tutorial. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, Please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial, please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.